today I've been lucky enough to test the factory KTMs. You know, we've managed to test Jeffrey Herlings' championship winning bike, we've tested Tony's bike, we've tested Prado's bike, and we've tested Jonass' bike. All the bikes, they have the same base, but they all have their own little personal touches. Most of the bikes all of this year have been 2019 spec, and I say that most of the bikes because what I found out today was quite interesting, that actually Tony has a different head, which is the 2018 spec cylinder head. He's the only person that's done that. Jeffrey's run the full 2019 spec. So what are the bikes like? Jeffrey Herlings' bike is really personalised to his riding and to the way that he likes to ride a bike. The suspension on this year's bike is a lot firmer than last year. Last year I was lucky enough to ride his bike and it seemed to be a little bit softer and just move a little bit more of ease. It kind of, it kind of rocked a little bit. This year it seems to be a lot firmer. His rear shock and linkage is stock. It's the same as the 2019 model. The front forks, obviously they have the factory WP shock and front forks, but what I'm saying is that the bike itself, it's been upgraded. It's just been firmed up. You can really see that when he's been riding this year and how aggressive that he's managed to push the bike. And as his speed's picked up, obviously so has his suspension settings. They seem to be a little bit firmer. Power is so much stronger than last year, and it has a hit to it as well. So it's really quite interesting. I don't think anybody could ride Jeffrey's bike the way that Jeffrey rides his bike, obviously, because there's only Jeffrey Herlings who can do that. But when you get on it, he really is a beast, and it's one of those things where he just likes more power. The bike's been set up for the start to fire him out the gate. That's been his main focus. So it's like, whenever you speak to any of the KTM technicians, all they've ever said is that Jeffrey just asks for more power, and he just more. And when you ride this bike, that's what it feels like. You do feel a little bit unsettled on it, or I did, just because it moves quite a lot. So it's quite interesting regarding, how different him and Tony are regarding on the bike setup. I tested Tony's bikes back in 2008, and it seems like he always carries the same pattern. Tony's bike is one of those bikes that that most people like and they want to take home. It's really well balanced across the board, and the suspension, the setup really allows the suspension to work, and also the power as well. So it encourages you to ride them high gears, and the engine pulls it as well. Nothing really gets too nervous. It doesn't feel too nervous. It comes in, it's planted into the turns. It encourages you to ease, to jump the bike with ease. It's just one of those. It's an all-round package, and it excels. And it is a bike that most people want to know, will it make you go faster? I believe Tony's bike will make you go faster because it's personalised to him, but I believe that his preference, is what people like across the board, whereas Jeffrey's bike, it's more personalised to him, and I don't think anyone could ride it like Jeffrey rides. Tony's bike, he goes for a bike that basically he's got a different linkage. He's got a 10mm. The shock length's the same, but the spindle's 10mm shorter, just to give it more planted, lower, so you get the drive coming out the turns, and it allows the shock to work more. Also in the frame department, he has his ones a little bit stiffer, so everything there's a little bit rigid, and it lets the suspension do the work. Jeffrey's bike's the opposite to that. It seems to be like his suspension's on the front's a little bit firmer. It's quite loose at the back, but also as well the bike, and it moves quite a lot, and that's because Jeffrey likes his bike to move quite a bit. So the brackets are a little bit different, and he likes it just to be a little bit more flexible. My favourite 250F today was definitely Prado's bike. It just seemed to be balanced. It drove so nice out of the turns. The thing revved to the moon, and it pulled as well. It just pulled like a train. And it really just allows you to keep in them high gears and just flow around the turns and really accelerate on. The bikes, I think they're revving to like 15,500, definitely, and they encourage you to rev the bikes as well. It's like when you think, oh, I'm going to be here and it's going to sign off soon. All of a sudden, you just twist the throttle back a little bit more, and it's going again. You know, it's taking you to that next turn, especially in some of the loamy especially in some of the loamy sand turns today. His one was my favourite bike for them reasons. You know, the bike just drove out the turns. It felt really balanced and planted, and it encouraged you just to get on the pegs and, you know, hop over the bumps and move about. Jonass's bike, you know, that was a lot different as well than last year's bike, but obviously they've got a new engine anyway, 2019, which has more horsepower, more revs. You know, so you're seeing that on a production bike anyway. People always want to know is, will these bikes make you go faster? And it's not so much will, you know, Tony's bike or Jeffrey's bike make you go faster. What makes you go faster is actually the KTM team themselves. You know, it's the development team, the R&D. These people, it's the people in the background who are working day and night, helping, you know, making sure that the riders are comfortable, that they have what they need, you know, and if there is a problem, they're keen to work on it and to go out testing and just to change things, and they can change things so fast. And that's one of the things that's really noticeable. It seems like it's a big family, and they share so much data across the board with each other. You know, that all the time, that's all they're doing is striving forward, looking at ways to improve. It's cool to ride the bikes, but it's also cool to see the people behind the scenes, how much work and how much time and effort that they actually put into their riders to make sure that they can put in 110% out on track. That's what takes these riders to the next level. That's what helps their talent to excel.